Hey YouTube, Survival Every Day. Got a kind of a unique twist on AR building. Where it's not really a twist, but it's just a kind of a concept. In front of you, I have parts, and these are, for the most part, just extra parts that I purchased at the time of buying AR parts. So, and it sounds redundant, but work with me on this one. So I've got an AR that I want to build, and when I put in an order for a buffer tube spring or a grip or buffer tube or a trigger group assembly or even a stock. Now I get these extra parts for, you know, if something breaks or if you lose something while you're doing the build. So when I order, I'll get like 2 to 3 extras. And so what happens, you'll find, is that you have these extras, and then you have extra parts from guns that you may have upgraded. So you end up with enough to build a whole gun. I put this upper together and already, and I've got all of these lower parts that I'm going to put together, and now I have a whole nother AR. What I did with this particular AR, why this particular AR, I'm going to leave it pretty much standard or stock, because all of my ARs are all modified in some way, and they kind of no longer resemble that iconic AR M4 kind of rifle. So it's a lot of DPMS stuff, you know, and I ended up ordering a lot of lowers, and I've got some 80% lowers I still want to make, so I've got to do a couple of videos on that. But anyway, so this video basically is when you buy parts from, whether it's Brownells, Midway, or Bravo Company, or whatever it is. Bravo Company maybe not, because their stuff's a little bit more expensive. But if you go on to Midway USA, and like I said, and you're buying some stuff, especially when it's on sale, or believe it or not, they have a birthday discount. So if it's your birthday that week, you can get like an extra 10% off. So go ahead and pick up extra parts, because you never know, we may run into the same problem that we did at the beginning of the year, or last year I should say, where you have no parts available, and you're on back order lists, and it's taking months to get your parts. So go ahead and order extra parts, even if it's the silly stuff, like the buffer tube nut, just order it. All right, YouTube, thanks for watching, and once this thing's all completed, I'll do a little range video and review of it. Oh, one of the other things, the reason why I just want to mention this, and I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? All right. Do you notice it's a pencil barrel, and I don't have an AR that has a pencil barrel, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put together one that had a pencil barrel. So, and I'll let you know how that works out. Thanks, YouTube. Ta-da! So after really like 35 minutes, 40 minutes of tinkering around, voila. Using spare parts, I have another AR. So one of the things that I've learned about putting together the ARs, I use that Ballistol, and I use it for everything. Here it is, Ballistol. I use it for everything because it really, when you're putting one of these together, when you, like with the front takedown and the rear takedown pin, there's little tiny things that you put in, the little divots that you put in there. It's a pivot pin detent, and that's what it is. It's a detent. So putting those in, use a little bit of lube, and I've discovered that using the lube, you'd be surprised all the little tiny tricks that you come up with trying to. You don't need to do them. You can just do it all with your fingers, and that's pretty much what I did with my fingers. And oh, and it's not loaded. I just put the mag in there just to kind of show. So there you go. Magpul rear stock, MOE, and then the pistol grip, which is really nice. I'm not too sure. I may change that out again and put the MOE fore end on, but it looks like an AR-15. Thanks, YouTube.